Hi students, I'm Meenakshi, working as assistant professor in Rohini College of Engineering and Technology. We are going to see the course Network Security and the topic is Password Management. The objectives are to learn about the basics behind password management and what all the approaches are used for protecting the passwords. So what is password management? So it is a primary defense against the intruders. So usually when the user log into a particular system, he or she should supply both login as well as the password. So the login determines the privileges given to that user. The password is used to identify them. So we have to protect the password from the attackers. So usually the passwords are stored in encrypted form. For example, in Unix system, the passwords are encrypted using multiple disks. So the current systems use the crypto hash function for protecting the passwords. So how can we manage the passwords? So we need the good policies and good user education in password management. So if the account is having a default password, the user should change the default password to something they can easily remember. We have to protect our password file from the attackers. And we can set the technical policies to enforce the good password. For example, the password length is maximum 6. While setting the password, we require a minimum of one uppercase letter, one lowercase letter, one number, one special character, one punctuation, so like that. Or we can block the known dictionary words. So these are the ways. So using these ways, we can manage the passwords. So we may reactively run password guessing tools. So if the password guessing tool guesses a particular password, then immediately you have to change the password to the new one. So you can enforce periodic changing of the password. And you should be aware of the social engineering attacks. So then we move on to password selection strategy. So our main goal is to eliminate the guessable password. That is, if the passwords are easily guessable, then you cannot use them as password. So what we are generally doing means we are allowing the user to set the password that is easily memorable. At the same time, it should not be easily guessable by the attacker. So we may go with 4 techniques: user education, computer generated password, reactive password checking, and proactive password checking. So they are called as password selection strategies. So what is user education? So you can educate the users about the importance of hard to guess password, and you can provide them efficient knowledge for selecting a strong password, or we can give them the guidelines for password setting. Then computer generated passwords. We may go with the computer generated passwords, but these types of passwords are quite random in nature and they are hard to remember. And the third one is reactive password checking. So here the system periodically runs. For example, every 15 days it runs a password cracker. So what this password cracker is doing means it guesses all the guessable password. That is, it detects all the guessable password. So if any guessable password is found, immediately the system cancels that password. So this is how we are protecting our passwords. Then last one is proactive password checking. It is the most promising approach. And here the users can select their own password. But anyway, the system should verify whether it is acceptable password or not. So how can it verify means it can employ several rules, or it can compare the passwords with the dictionary of bad passwords, or they can go with any algorithmic model, that is Markov model, Bloom filter model, like that, to detect the poor choices. So thus we can protect passwords. So these are the 4 password selection strategies. So with this, I'm concluding this topic. Thank you.